You're listening to the Savoir-Faire Audio Experience.
Are you ready?
The Savoir-Faire Experience is your guide to everything that has to do with lifestyle. From dating, rides, style, and entertainment. All brought to you by the editor of Savoir-Faire magazine, Robert White. Anything goes on this audio experience. So, let's go.
It's still the best.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Savoir-Faire Audio Experience. Thanks again for listening and reading and just being a part of everything. I love interviewing really kind of unique and cool CEOs and creators and founders, and today is no exception. We are meeting with Nika Cristiani, who is the owner of Gym in a Box. What's up, Nika? How are you?
Hey, Robert. Thank you so much for having me. I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm super excited to learn a little bit about your business here and a little bit about you. It looks like you and your husband, Neil, are the founders of this really kind of cool company that I came across on social media, and then I reached out to you and we were able to connect. But maybe you could tell me a little bit about maybe a little bit of your backstory and then how Gym in a Box got launched and what it actually is.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Yes, I would love to. So we are, as you probably can hear from the accent, what we do is German engineering. Basically, our background is sports rehabilitation. My husband, Nino, was working with professional, like boxing champions, soccer teams in Europe to when they had surgeries, we would use cutting edge technology, rehabilitation technology in order to get them back on track, pain-free, without drugs, with a specific kind of technology that has its base on electronic muscle stimulation. You might probably know that Bruce Lee already 60 years ago adapted electronic muscle stimulation into getting his ultimate strength. He was like the pioneer in our technology field. Bruce Lee.
Very cool.
That's really amazing. There are videos out there where he's sitting with like these little electrodes and that's on his abs, and someone asks him, Bruce, what are you doing there? And Bruce Lee says, hey, 3 minutes with electronic muscle stimulation is like doing 350 push-ups. So he knew that already over 60 years ago, which is amazing. He's really a pioneer in so many things.
Wow.
So we got to this technology when I had 2 shoulder surgeries and I was in a lot of pain and it wouldn't go away. I was traveling through Europe and I found these amazing devices that you could, like power suits, like astronaut suits that you could put on, and then you could literally target every single muscle. And afterwards, like 15 minutes later, you're pain-free. And I'm like, wow, I have to incorporate that in our business, which was based on health, fitness, sports rehabilitation, physical therapy. We were already having TV shows about our specific training techniques with celebrities and pro athletes. So I'm like, hey, let's do this. And that was maybe 25 years ago. So it's a long time ago.
Okay.
And then we became experts in this technology. So, and then at one point we were traveling back and forth the U.S., checking out, is there anything alike? Can we, incorporate that and bringing this amazing technology to the American people? And that's basically what we did. In 2015, we opened America's first EMS gym franchise, which is electronic muscle stimulation. And we started in California, in Beverly Hills and Marina del Rey. We opened 2 gyms and like boutique gyms where we did only one-on-one treatments for very famous people. And my husband also, he trained guys like Mickey Rourke and a lot of celebrities to prepare him for his, when he started with the boxing and all that for his movies. So we pretty, it took like a couple of years and it's really, it was a big hype because no one else in America had those devices. And then came the pandemic, obviously, and shut down our entire business.
Mm-hmm.
which was bummer. Of course, like so many other people, millions of people experienced the same. But we didn't want to stop, helping people. So during the pandemic, we're like, okay, we have these $4,000 suits that they are only affordable for very wealthy people, for the elites, pro athletes who have a lot of money, because it was very expensive. Our service was very expensive. So we're like, hey, why don't, after everybody's suffering so much during the pandemic, not only, not being able to go to a gym, but also, like mental health, people were just panicking, a lot of anxiety, taking drugs and all that. I mean, you remember it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So we're like, hey, we know that our technology has a lot of benefits, not only building muscles while people can basically not move and burning extra calories, but also it is scientifically proven to help with mental health, because we all know that fitness helps with mental health. There's like thousands of studies out there. But a lot of people, they just cannot go to a gym. They don't have the money, or they just hate gyms. So we're like, why don't we miniaturize this astronaut technology that we're having and, turn it into a consumer product, affordable and accessible for everyone out there. And that's what we did. And that's when Gym in a Box was born. Basically a high-tech product line that was only available for very wealthy people who could afford our exclusive services. Now we're making it accessible for everyone to a very low price, because we produce it ourselves, and it's designed in America, and it's helping a lot of people, and that's what we did. So we took the time off during the pandemic when everything was on shutdown, and we created our first consumer product of its kind. So that was the Gym in a Box microcurrent fit belt, which is meanwhile patented. We have patents for the technology and for the designs, and basically what it is, it looks like regular activewear apparel, but it has all the technology inside, and it's wireless, and it's completely invisible. So you can basically walk around, push one button, and it can get a complete body workout in 15 minutes while you're binge watching Netflix, or while you're out walking your dog, or while you're sitting on your desk in your office, or in a plane on travels. And 15 minutes are equivalent to a 90-minute hardcore heavyweight training session at the gym. So that's Gym in a Box.
So let me ask you a question. When I put on Gym in a Box as a consumer, I'm probably going to set a timer, right? You want to do about, 15 minutes of this?
No, you don't have to set a timer. It automatically shuts off after 15 minutes. That's why the trademark technology is
now, do I feel like, 15. Am I going to feel at the end of this that I got my full workout like I would if I was doing a hardcore workout?
Yeah, you're going to be sore, like you would have been spending 3 hours at the gym after 15 minutes. Yeah.
Doesn't that sound so good, though?
It sounds almost too good, right?
Yeah.
Normally, it sounds like when they say when it sounds too good.
It's probably not true, is what they normally say. Yeah.
Yes, but you know what? The good thing is it's based on it's backed by 60 years of science. So those are not just the marketing claims that we're making. Everything that we're saying is backed by a scientific study. So
wow, very cool. Well, besides the wear part of it, or the shape pants and the other pieces, you guys have kind of opened the lineup to a handful of other little products that you've kind of endorsed too, that you're selling too. Talk to me about some of those other products that kind of go along with what the main main Gym in a Box piece.
I'm happily doing so. So when we started with our electronic fit belt, which is basically like a waist trainer that, we know these features in the past. Right now we're standing on top of the electronic line because we have the newest patents. So that's really cool. And all the other companies that had those gel packs, like Six Pad, or, we had like abs belts with those gel pads, that's in the past. We have no subscription model type, all this, we waved that away. The tech is basically stamp. We defined a digital stamp that is basically stamped into the fabric. So It's really skinny. And when we did that, because all these devices are washable, you can wash the shirt or the top in the washing machine like regular apparel, but it has all the technology inside. So this is really, I mean, it's groundbreaking. And so we are breaking glass ceilings here. But when we started, people started wearing the apparel, and they're like, "Wow, this is so great! I get like a Brazilian butt lift just by wearing your pants." But you know what? People were really going crazy. But then we're thinking, "Hey, your face needs a workout too," and especially since the first products were targeted specifically to women, and they're like, "Hey, there are these med spas where they distribute, and we can see it like Jessica Simpson, all the stars are doing it. It's called M-Sculpt. It's like you go there and you pay $750 for like 20 minutes of these cumbersome machines treating your face with the technology. And guess what? That is the same technology that you'll receive with Gym in a Box, because that is microcurrent technology. So now what we did is we put this cumbersome technology that costs you, basically 10 sessions would cost you $7,500. We have the same devices in form of a face mask that is so lightweight, you put it in your pocket, you put it on your face, you push one button, and you'll get exactly the same treatment that would cost you $750 for 30 minutes in a med spa. We sell you this mask for $150, and you can use it 20, 30 times. And it's lightweight. It is really cutting edge, because your facial muscles, that's what you need. Your facial muscles need a workout too. And of course, it's not as strong as the body apparel, because you have a lot of nerves in the face, obviously. There's another wavelength, but they're totally safe. They're proven tech. I mean, we sell those products in Europe on QVC Home Shopping TV. So if it's on QVC, they've been vetting it. I mean, they've been testing it for months in their laboratories with their engineers because of liability reasons. So once you have electronic devices on QVC, you can be assured it's a billion-dollar American corporation that they've done the vetting, and it's definitely completely proven and,
that's awesome.
and safe.
Yeah, very cool. I mean, I was definitely looking at all the products and checking everything out. So talk to me a little bit about the time commitment to like really kind of reach some of your fitness goals. Or is this also meant for people, like when you first started talking about it, you're saying it was a rehabilitation tool for people that were injured or whatever, athletes that were injured. Is it meant for really both, or are your products strictly for kind of, toning and weight loss and that kind of aspect? Or are you, it is? Okay.
So what they do is, obviously those are lifestyle and fitness and wellness. It's a wellness technology. But so we are not distributing health devices. We're not doctors. And also we recommend, if you have serious injuries or you're really sick, please consult your doctor before you adapt microcurrent technology into your life. What our customers tell us is they bought the devices for, burning extra calories, building muscles, because that's what it foremost does. What the technology does, it simultaneously builds muscles while it burns fat. Because when you put on, let's say, the waist trainer and you push one button, it tricks your brain. Your brain thinks, wow, Robert is doing thousands of crunches, because it gives you like the flex and relaxed sensation that you would have if you would do sit-ups. Same with our power shirt.
Okay.
When you push one button, your arms get muscle contractions like if you would do hundreds of arm curls, and that's how you trick your brain. The good thing is, other than conventional weight training, older people have problems going to the gym lifting heavy weights because it negatively affects the joints. Our technology, scientifically proven, has very low impact on joints. That's why we go to hospitals or senior citizen facilities when they cannot move anymore, they cannot build muscles by themselves anymore. We put them in our devices and help senior citizens to build up strength, core strength, arm strength, leg strength, even when they're sitting like in wheelchairs or cannot move at all. So that's what we do in our free time to give back to society. We help elderly people, people who are really sick, to build muscles while they cannot move at all. So it has a lot of wellness benefits. It's basically a paradigm shift. So people buy it. They say, hey, we bought this waist trainer to reduce belly fat and reduce love handles. But a nice side effect was it also helped me with my back pain, because if you turn it around, put the electrode on the lower back,
See,
you'll
that's
feel it
what
after
I'm
the
dealing
first
with
session.
right now. Is I'm dealing with a little extra weight. I'm fighting really hard right now to not get involved in the diabetic kind of lifestyle, because I'm really close to my sugar. It's kind of crazy. So we monitor pretty regularly.
Wow, I'm
But my
sorry to
doctor
hear.
most recently, I'm not a big guy at all. I weigh like 219 and I'm trying to get below 200. I'm 6 foot tall. So I'm not bad.
Oh, we can help you with that.
So
After
yeah,
the call,
I'm
I'll
trying to
send you
get
out a
rid of,
product.
I'm trying to get rid of about 19 more pounds, but I also am
Okay.
starting to get some deterioration in my discs. And so it's causing like some chronic pain. And I was trying to figure out, well, if I had something like this, this wrap or something, would it give me the exercise that's hard for me to do because of the pain and still
That's
kind of
exactly
stimulate?
what it's made for.
Yeah, these muscles that need to be strengthened to support that injury, which is basically what they're doing physical therapy with me for and things like that. So this is very kind of unique that I kind of like. I mean, definitely want to talk to my doctor and say, hey, I saw this.
Exactly.
What do we know about it? I'm really interested in, strapping this thing on and seeing what
Mhm.
happens.
Absolutely. So after our interview, I'm super happy. I'm going to give you the details of the technology and what it does, so you can distribute this to your doctor, and then let's see what he says. Definitely. So if you have,
Cool.
as I said, if you have medical issues, I definitely don't want you to put on our product prior to talking to your doctors. But normally we deal with people who just want to lose weight. What we do when we have one-on-one sessions with our clients in personal training, then of course we know all their health history.
Yeah,
And
right.
that's when we can specifically treat them. We cannot do that with a consumer product. That's why those devices are basically, they are fitness, wellness, and beauty devices. And they also help with skin issues, because the microcurrent technology has scientifically proven is the only thing, for example, that works against cellulite. I mean, like over 80% of women worldwide, they suffer from cellulite, and that has nothing with being overweight or being too big. That's a skin condition. And so because the technology, it pumps up the muscles 40 times and stretches the skin. And that's how it reduces, those dimples that you have from stretch marks or cellulite. And that's also very wonderful beauty benefit that comes with all our devices. So women are very
cool.
happy about that.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
love
natural. It's all holistic. Completely natural, and it will absolutely help you with discomfort in the back area. Our shirt covers the entire back, upper back, lower back, mid back, which is also against, women have this the bra, when they wear a bra, and there's the fatty areas. That's what it will help with. So it has tons of benefits that come with it, and I'm very happy
so
because my products make people happy, and that's my biggest motivation.
Yeah, absolutely. And it should be for any business that's really going to get off the ground in this world, is to make sure that, they're really kind of delivering to their customer, taking care of their customer. So you're talking about the slimming and sculpting shirt is the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Yep. Okay,
correct.
Cool. Yeah, I'm very curious about that one.
That is really cool. I'm gonna lift a little secret. I just sent this to a friend of mine, which is Chris Cuomo, from News Nation, formerly CNN, brother of Andrew Cuomo, your former governor.
Oh yeah, we know.
And because he suffers from long COVID, he mentions that almost daily on his show, because it's been really tough on him. And what happens with long COVID, for example, people, meanwhile, science knows that if you work out, the symptoms get better, okay? You find relief. But the problem is that long COVID make people really dizzy and powerless. So even guys, look at Chris Cuomo. He's super trained. That guy is pumped. But the problem is with long COVID, you don't have that power anymore. And that's, it's giving people depression, because when you used to be really powerful and active and all of a sudden some disease, totally pulls you out of your fitness game, it's frustrating, So also with these kind of issues, that's what really helps. And that's how I was reaching out to Chris. He's going to have it next week, and he's going to start using Gym in a Box, incorporated into his daily fitness. He got the shirt and the electronic seat belt. And let's see, we're doing kind of like, he's like our guinea pig right now, our celebrity guinea pig, and he'll talk about it on his show. So I'm really excited about that. And so helping other people look better, feel better, and perform better. That is our mission. And that is the biggest reward, that the feedback that we get from our customers, so many customers, especially since we distributed to millions of people through QVC, that are super happy about it. That is the best thing that ever happened to us. So we turned something negative, like a lockdown of our business closure for 3 years in the pandemic. It was so depressing and frustrating, took away our livelihood, into something really positive, being able to help millions of Americans, get off their pains, get fitter, feeling better, and gaining more self-confidence just by wearing really, really cool wearables. That's Gym in a Box.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love it. It's a very cool company. I'm glad that the technology exists. It definitely is meant for a reason, obviously, to be there. And, I work out quite often too. I'm in the gym quite often trying to do physical therapy and some other things with my own personal issues. But, there are times when I work 12, 13-hour days, and I don't get to leave my seat. So having something like this that could still give me that good 15 minutes of
exactly.
Yeah, workout would be excellent.
Yeah, and sorry, that is something that I really, I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because I completely forgot to tell you guys that obviously as former gym owners, our lives, we've been gym owners almost all my lives. My husband is, a renowned personal trainer with many TV shows in Europe and everything. So he's a celebrity in the field. He studied sports and everything. But what I want to tell you, we're not telling people, hey, don't go to gyms anymore. We support gyms. We are former gym owners. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the thing is, but from our experience, especially since the pandemic, people, they sometimes, I know it by myself, I'm a hard worker and I've always been. So people are just too exhausted. Sometimes they have to work 2 or 3 jobs in order to just pay the rent. That's where we are right now. And but we know that we have to work out in order to stay fit and healthy. So that's really a dilemma. But people, after working 2 jobs, who wants to go drive 1 hour through the city in the traffic, go to a gym that is crowded? No one wants to do that anymore. But if you go to the gym and incorporate Gym in a Box into conventional training sessions, you'll scientifically prove and have an 80 times fitness efficiency in just 15 minutes. That means you can literally, if you have Gym in a Box, like you have your pants or the shirt, or you have the waist trainer, you go to the gym in your lunch break, you work out, let's say 20 minutes, that gives you a workout with Gym in a Box incorporated as if you'd been there 90 minutes. So it's the time efficiency, and it is because it's very powerful. 15 minutes in Gym in a Box, scientifically proven, are equivalent to a 90-minute hardcore heavy weightlifting session. Especially for us women, we don't even have that power to lift that heavy weight. You know what I'm saying? So here you just get the same thing, just pushing one button. So it's time saving, money saving, and extremely efficient.
I love that. So what's the future for Gym in the Box? Are you guys looking at other technologies or other things you want to do in 2025? Yeah. What's that?
Thank you for the question. So we are just talking about potential investors. They literally want to bring our technology to space. Because with our, 2-piece, the pants and the top, you could literally be in space, be on a spaceship, and train your muscles. and it's like an astronaut suit. So these kind of things that we're looking in the future, we can license our technology to the medical field. We can distribute it in all weight loss centers, because we all know that all those weight loss centers who distribute products like Ozempic, which is definitely scientifically proven to first eat up all your muscle mass and the muscle tissue, we can counteract with our technology, because basically everybody who gives you Ozempic, who sells you Ozempic, can also distribute Gym in a Box, because then you know, Ozempic only suppresses your appetite. That's the only thing it does, and it basically makes you chunky, because if you stop it, you'll gain it all back, and then some. You'll have a yo-yo effect, and you have lost all your muscles or in your muscle tissue, and then what do? You have all the saggy skin, you need surgery. So this is like a really crazy cycle. I personally think that Ozempic should only be distributed to people who are really extremely overweight, or of course diabetic, and not to people who want to just shed 10 or 20 pounds, because that you can achieve naturally with Gym in a Box. You don't need to inject a medication to do that. And but if you're really overweight, you want to lose a lot of weight, and they distribute it to you, then you can counteract the muscle loss with Gym in a Box, because it will build muscles simultaneously while you lose the weight.
That's very cool. Well, I appreciate you, Nika, finding some time today to talk with me a little bit and talk about Gym in a Box. I'm hoping people will go check it out. It's gyminabox.la is the website.
Correct.
Very cool technology, very cool kind of process, and I'm definitely looking forward to kind of becoming a customer and talking to you more about it. But yeah, thanks so much for finding some time for me today. I really appreciate that.
My pleasure. Thank you, Robert. Very smart questions. I love your questions.
Thank you so much. I've been doing this for a little while, so I get pretty creative.
Yeah, it's not your first rodeo. I can tell.
Exactly.
I wish you a happy holidays.
Same
and
to
stay
you.
healthy and fit, and I will help you lose those last 20 pounds that you want to lose. Let's talk after the interview, okay? I'm going to send you something.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to the show. Please take a minute to head over to www.savfair.com and subscribe to our publication.